All right, this is the last DJ. This is going to be part two. I showed you the other couple cases I have, basically my bar one and then my one that I use for different kind of gigs. So this one here is strictly my wedding setup, and it's a road ready case, and it's got two handles on each side, what makes it nice. And normally, if we use the DJ skirts and everything set up, I'll have Sherry help me. We'll set it on the table real nice. So, I mean, I can pick it up and lift it up, but it's not you're not going to be doing it for stairs. But this is strictly for weddings mostly. Or I am going to be, let's see, not this weekend. This weekend I'll be using this rack, maybe next weekend. But what this rack is set up is, number one, I got the Furman power conditioner up here at the top. It tells me how much voltage I got coming in, because this is my best rack, and it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's got some, it's got I always use my new laptop for this. This is a cooler for it. This is the Newmark DJI sound card, and like I said, you can put your headphones in here, plus you can plug an extra mic in here. I'm using on this one, I use a Gemini UHF 2064 dual wireless mic, and then I use my Shure SLX. I can't remember it, but anyway, it's really a nice one. That's the expensive one, and I usually will set it right here. Now, you look, well, there isn't a lot here. Okay, well, let me show you. Down here is my American Audio. It's a MCD 110, and you'll notice, you go, well, it doesn't look right. Well, that's because it's a single player. It's a nice, good player. It's on the bottom. This is like, because most of my emphasis now here is on this part of the rack. Now, this rack was built in. I haven't really modified. I modified the bottom here just a little bit, my own engineering, and I also changed this rack. It used to be higher. I made it go down, and so it all works. And then I drilled this little pin or hole in the side to put this pin in it. So now, for this rack, if I want to see it and to get everything set up, this is American Audio QSD. This is a great mixer. I'll tell you what, this is really a nice mixer. I haven't had any problems, and it puts out really good. It's crystal clear sound, and I'm really happy with it. And it has the two microphone inputs on it. So as far as having that, you can also use, I have the SDJ1, which this is my new addition that I just got here recently, and I'm in the process of working on my SD cards. So as far as if the laptop goes down, or I can, if I want to with dinner music, I can use my mixer because it's got the SD card. I can just pop it on. Don't worry about CDs or anything messing with it. I can just put them all in a row and let them play as a folder. Okay, and then I can also, I'm learning how to mix on this, and this is great because you're not lugging around 200 CDs every time. That's the whole thing about it. And like I said, usually I'll push it up like this and leave it down like this once I have everything set. So, and I can reach everything right here. This is really nice. Now, the other thing about it, at a wedding and everything, you're saying, why you want this big case? Well, I'll tell you why. For one thing, this protects everything I have. You can have the most obnoxious drunks, and don't tell me you haven't had them. If you are, you're lying to yourself. They come up and, hey, man, well, you know what? This is like a war zone back here. And ask Sherry, you got kids flying around. Like I said, they've tried to climb on my Bose tower. But this here, this protects you. This is too nice to take to a bar. I don't care what, let the bar owners get mad, but I'll tell you what, this is too nice of stuff to take to a bar. But for a wedding and everything, you got in here, you have a little bit of protection here. They're going to come up and everything, and you can kind of like, all right, what do you want? And sometimes I have things on the side, but having that topper wrap around, that really gives you the war zone feeling. So then you're really protected. They can't see what everything you have. So really, all I'm telling you is this American Audio, this is a match system. I've got the player for the CDs, and then I've got my SD cards. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a great setup. And once I really learned to master this player right here and been able to mix stuff together with going to SD card, you can either use the two cards together to mix one and the other, or you can go off the one card. So as soon as I master that, which probably be a little bit yet, but the whole thing is this is a nice case, and the thing is, you know, it's going to be a little hard if you're going upstairs. You'd want to have two people, but for the most part, it's ready to go. I have let's see, I haven't even shown the back here instead of talking so much. All right, I got 3 holes. AC always comes out here, and then my audio cords here. Now, I've got a little bit extra. It looks a little messy, but that's because I got a couple extra cables down below and everything. And then plus, this is where I plug in all my master stuff. And then I got the master cord that comes out for the power. And you see everything's right here. I can look up and I can see my mixer, all the connections on it. So this is what's good about this case. So, you know, it's just something for you to consider. I'm not saying fly out and get you one, but the thing is, maybe later on down the road, you know, it's taken me a while to get this far. So the thing is, what this is all about is just trying to be organized. And as far as I'm concerned, I made this, it's basically my best rack, and I use it for only really good things. And I know that people aren't going to trash it. I used that slant case for the school dance, and that was perfect. And also, like I said, this has the Furman in it. I did use, which I didn't tell yesterday, was I had underneath my table, I had the Furman 6-point, power conditioner under there, the surge protector. I had that for Saturday night. But I always have this one in place, plus I have the other one that I use, so I'm always double protected in case it's storming outside and I'm not around the window and know what's going on or paying attention. Because I need to be paying attention to what's going on. So as far as that's how I protect everything, and this is the rack, and like I said, you know, it just is give you some ideas, and hopefully this will help you. And like I said, I changed this around here. I had it up, and the reason I have it down is because I can put the laptop right against here. It's got the cooler right here. And I usually always put the sound card either in the back, in the back of this, which I don't, unless I'm using the mic in the front, then I'll put it down below. But if you have the topper and everything around here, you're really protected. So hopefully this helps you a couple out there. And so till next time, practice and enjoy.